Hey everyone, what is up? What is up? Ethereal here with another video, and today I'm introducing you to a new series since we're going straight into October called Hair Horror Stories. In this series, I'll be sharing with you many of my hair horror stories that I've encountered throughout the years that have not only traumatized me greatly, but has also shaped who I am now as an individual with the decisions I make for my hair. In the meantime, I will also be taking my hair out of these long-awaited old dusty braids that I've had in for about 4 months, I'd say now. So you guys are going to be seeing an amazing braid out, hopefully. I don't know, we will see. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. You don't want to miss anything around here. Also, tell me about your hair horror stories down in the comment section below. I might end up reading yours in a future hair horror story video. Now, let's get right into it. Okay, so this hair horror story is what I would like to title In the Hands of the Clueless. Now, around this time, I was about 10, 11, possibly going on 12. We had just moved from down south to up north. So I no longer had a hairstylist to do my hair. So at this time, my mom was actively looking for a hairstylist to be able to do my hair because she was busy and she certainly did not have the time to do it. So she is looking all around and she cannot find somebody who is able to do my hair at the moment. Until finally, she does find somebody. This person claims that she can do black hair, she can do a lot of different things. She does hair of all different types, right? So my mom sets up an appointment. Now, I just wanna fill you in on what my hair was like at the time. My hair was not natural at the time. I had my hair permed and it was in this tiny little chin length bob. And not only was it a bob, it was a bob with, you know, the Asian bang. I had those. And I know it might seem like it would look embarrassing, but I actually looked really good in it, okay? Don't try to clown me. I wish I had some pictures to show you guys, but like I really didn't take many pictures back then. I wish I did now, knowing I was gonna do this, but it's all good. So, you know, we're heading off to go to the salon. I'm all excited because, you know, I'm getting my hair done again, so I'm excited to see what it's gonna look like. Hopefully, you know, I can do something different, but if not, it's okay. I can still stay with this little bob. I'm not complaining, okay? So we go to this salon, right? And upon entering, I see absolutely nobody who looks like me at all, who's getting their hair handled, who looks like my complexion. The people that are in there, all the people who are getting their hair done, are a bunch of Asian people, okay? And so my first thought, even as a kid, I was like, this is a little bit of a red flag because, you know, I don't see any black people around here. You know, maybe as a 11, 10-year-old, maybe that was racist. I don't know. But, you know, the first thing that I thought was, maybe she doesn't really know how to do, you know, hair like mine. But I could be wrong, you know. There might be different races of people that could do my hair, right? The lady who comes up and introduces herself, who is going to do my hair, is an elderly Asian woman, right? And I'm a little concerned because, again, all I see is a bunch of Asian people getting their hair, you know, done. And it is very concerning because, you know, with black girls, we all know how it is. It's difficult because our hair is very unique. So it's kind of alarming, the surroundings that I'm in. But, you know, my mom doesn't bat an eye, very excited about, you know, doing me going to the salon. My mom has in her hand a box with perm in it, and she's just, you know, talk to the Asian lady. She's telling her like, all you gotta do is kind of like follow the instructions on the box and just style her hair like the girl in this box. And the girl in the box kind of had a bob similar to mine, but she did not have the bangs. So the Asian lady, I'm going to be honest, her reaction looked a little like she was overwhelmed. You know that face that people have when you could tell that this isn't something that they're used to doing? She had that face, the face of, I don't know what I'm doing, but I am not going to say it out loud, you know? So I'm peeping this. I go with this lady, I go to the back, and you know, she starts to read the instructions, and she's starting to apply it, and you know, she's applying the perm very, very well. She's doing everything by the book. So I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I'm in good hands. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was just overreacting. Maybe I was being ridiculous. Because, you know, back in the day, I never knew of many Asian people who knew how to do like black hair. Nowadays, it's becoming a little bit more normalized because we have like made a lot of changes by as much as we could in society by getting people to be familiar with curlier hair. So nowadays it's like that, but back then, yo, especially with the age of grandma, more than likely it's not likely. So getting back to the story, she's perming my hair and everything, and then she just lets me sit in it, right, for a little bit. After a while, you know, my scalp is starting to burn a little bit, and so she checks to see if the perm, I guess, has straightened the roots. Because one thing that I'll tell you about my hair is that my roots are really strong. It takes a lot. Even when my mom was doing my hair with perms, it took a long time just for the roots to get straight. And sometimes it would barely be straight at all. My roots were not changing for nobody, okay? So she realizes that, you know, my roots are still very, very kinky, of course, very, very curly. So she lets it sit for longer. My scalp is starting now to burn a little bit more, to the point where it's a little bit of a discomfort for me. She comes back, checks again, and she leaves me. Now within these intervals, she'll leave for like 30 minutes, then come back. Then 30 minutes, then come back. Then 30 minutes of and come back. So she would leave it on for an excessive amount of time while she's doing everybody else's hair. It got to the point where the last 30 minutes, it was so painful. It was burning all of my scalp. It was just fire on my scalp. As a 10, 11-year-old child, you know, I didn't know, because like I was always taught, right, that adults know what they're doing. You know, you don't question an adult when they're doing stuff, you know. So I'm like sitting here, like I'm not notifying anyone that my scalp is burning, like, until the very last minute. And then I tell her, like, I'm hurting. I look over her, I'm like, I'm hurting. She's like, just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. And so I'm laying in this chair, just burning up. So you guys, at this point, I'm laying in that chair like I can't even speak anymore. It hurts so bad. Again, I'm 10, 11, you know. I'm hoping that this lady just knows what she's doing, you know, because to my mom, she talked a big game, and my mom believed her. So if my mom believes you, I believe you, you know, even though I have my doubts. So the lady goes to wash my hair finally after what seemed like years, and she's rinsing my hair out, and like I feel my head become a lot lighter. I'm hear her say something in a different language. I don't know what she's saying, right? But it sounds like she is in desperation, okay? She looks at my head and she's turning my head after she's finished. She sits me up and she's looking at the top of my head, and I'm looking at her facial expressions, and she is on the verge of a mental breakdown. She looks completely and utterly terrified. Now, after she is kind of like going through this existential crisis of realizing that she has done something crazy to my hair, I don't know what it is yet, I just know it's bad. Okay, what she does is she proceeds to put a towel on my head, right? My hair is dripping, soaking wet, right? She puts a towel on my head, and my mom, right as she's doing it, is walking through the door, right, to pick up her child, because she's been here for hours, right? And my mom sees me walk out of the washing area with the towel on my head. Now, she also put a couple of products on there. I don't know what exactly it was. It did smell a little good, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, it was just dripping wet with a bunch of whatever products she had on there, right? My mom's looking at the lady, and she's looking at me, and then she looks at the lady, she looks at me again, and then she asked the lady, I thought you were going to style her hair, you're not gonna style her hair? The lady was like, we put a special serum on it, so it has to wait a little bit longer before you can actually do anything like add heat to the hair. And my mom was like, well, okay, I'll pay you extra for you just being able to style her hair. The lady was like, oh no, we don't want to waste your time. All you have to do is once it's dry, you go home and you blow dry and it'll fall right into place. My mom then was asking, she asked the lady, she was like, oh, well, what type of serum did you put on my daughter's hair? And the lady was like, oh, we cannot disclose that information. I'm like, what? And my mom was like, we're not going to like use it or anything. We just want to know what you put on her head. And she just repeated that. She was just like, yeah, I can't disclose any. I can't tell you. I can't tell you what we used. And so the lady allowed me to leave with the towel on my head out of the store. She told my mom she could keep the towel and everything. It helped keep her from getting a head cold. And my mom, for some reason, was just like, okay. So we're in the car and my mom takes the towel off of my head, right? And she notices that I have multiple bald spots all over my head, and my hair was so much thinner. And my mom was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did this to your hair. I'm gonna sue them. She was very shocked. Nothing came of the situation though. At the end of the day, nothing happened. When we went home, I had to blow dry my hair. It didn't look anything like what the lady described it was gonna look like. My mom helped me to flat iron my hair to make it look somewhat like a bob, but it was terrible. Like, I had bald spots, so I had to try and take pieces of hair and cover up the parts that were missing on my head. Like, I looked crazy for a long time. But you know, the good thing about it is that it grew back. At the end of the day, what I learned from that experience was that adults don't know everything just because they're adults, right? And also that sometimes parents don't know as much as they want to claim that they know. They tell you this so that you don't question their authority, pretty much. But yes, you guys, this is my braid out. Look how beautiful. Hello. Nice and beautiful. But at the end of the day, you know, I've gotten older. I've learned how to like take care of my hair, so I no longer need to rely on other people to take care of my hair. It's also played a big factor in me not trusting anybody with my hair because of those terrible experiences that I had growing up. Like, oh my gosh, like there's so many stories I could tell you guys of like people just mishandling my hair, people getting scissor happy with my hair, people wanting to cut split ends that aren't even there, you know, just stuff like that. It's just, it's been a wild ride with this hair journey, but we are here. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, again, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. You don't want to miss anything around here. And I'll be back at you with another video next week. Until then, this is Ethereal signing off. Bye.